living in the country, he would bring us to church on Sunday. My dad would. And so it was 2 big crabapple trees right here. And my dad would take the bridle or whatever that thing was off and tie it to the tree. And my dad was not a church person, but my mother was. My mother, she was a big person here in Atworth. This is my church. And I worked here in this church under several different pastors have been here. Yeah, I was baptized in that pool right there. As a matter of fact, I was baptized in that pool twice. When I got 12 years old, I think I did it because that's what my mama wanted me to do. And 25 and 30 years after then, I was baptized another time out there. Then I know what baptism was about, okay? Between my mother and my sister Corey, they made a grown woman out of me. I worked for a lot of homes over here. I could tell the names, and when I did some domestic work, and I was like, after my mom passed away, I was like 13 then when I started. I really thought I was grown, okay? And they knew my mom, and they knew Beverly's mother, and they would want me to come on a Saturday morning and dust mop the floor. You know, there wasn't carpet, too many people had carpets then, and get her mail. You know, it's just been a lot of things, the Alberts and the Cases, and the Page and the Clarks. I could just go on and on because I knew every white person in Atworth then, okay? Because my mom always told me to visit the elders, okay? And this is what I've been doing now. I am an elder, okay? I'm a legend here in Atworth, okay? They had like about 3 different restaurants here. One of them, right down the street here, was the Sandy Bottom, and it was the Chicken Shack, and of course the Sandy Bottom, we couldn't dance because it was a ground. Okay, it wasn't no thing. It was just a dirt. It was just that's why they called it the Sandy Bottom. But each one of those restaurants had a jukebox. You know, put your quarter in and it'll play. It will play 2 songs for you. I worked at a restaurant that named the Silver Trolley. Okay, and it once was a trailer. It was a trailer, and this gentleman named Mr. Cantrell. Okay, he had it painted silver, and that's why the restaurant was called the Silver Trolley. Now, blacks could come there and order what they want, but they couldn't go in and sit down. Okay, but because I worked there. I was a little girl. I was like 14 and 15 years old. Okay, Mr. Cantrell, he trained me how to put hamburgers together and showed me how to put hot dogs together. And he showed me how to make Bromwood stew and beef stew. He said, all right, Florence, he said, I'm going to leave it to you. He said, I don't want no complaints. He said, I want no complaints. And so I did it real good. And then, that was across the railroad track. And then I didn't work nowhere else on Main Street. I started working over on 41 Highway at some more restaurants over there, okay? And I was young, and I had a grown person mind. Cause I felt like if somebody else can do it, I can do it too. My deceased sister, she passed away, and she had told me, because I had just moved here from Virginia Beach, okay? And I had just turned 61. And she said, Florence, I said, yeah, why don't you start taking parenting classes and become a foster mom? And so I went down to Deep Fat, okay, down on Fairground Street. And I signed in that I would like to be a foster parent, okay? They assigned me first to 3 brothers. The oldest little boy, he had just turned 4. And my middle son, he had just turned 3. And my baby boy that I have now, he was 19 months old. Now all of them is grown, and all of them is standing over 6 feet tall. Anyway, those were the first 3. And then after then, it went up. At one time, I had like 9 children in my house, and 3 of them was still in Pampers, okay? Okay, but I had, all told, I guess I had like 21 foster children, all told, except the first 3. Okay, because I got them in 91, but they become legal, my children, in 95, okay? I wasn't able to stay in one place. I want to get out here and journey around and see what other people are doing in the world. And I grew up kind of fast here because I kept moving. I just kept on moving. And this is a way I happen to have the ability and the knowledge to travel a lot after I grew up, okay? And I did plenty of that.